really. I'll start from Senyo, who is convener for One Ghana movement. They've been at the forefront of fighting Galamsey, etc. But Senyo, you'd agree that Galamsey is not necessarily mining or gold board. So we can have a gold board doing its work and still fight Galamsey. Can we do that?
Absolutely. The object, and I think that the gold board construct, and I speak as an economic policy analyst here, is one of the most potent economic policy decisions that have been taken, possibly in the last 20 years. Maybe the next very significant thing will be some of the decisions around Kufuor's time were strong, and I think should be commended. I commend the construct of the gold board. Obviously, we've been producing gold and moving gold out of this country without much control and accountability. So you realize a huge delta between the gold values that are reported in other countries coming from Ghana versus what we ourselves say we sent. So where did the rest pass? It means it was smuggled. So we've not really benefited from the gold production that we've had in its entirety. I remember during my days looking at solutions to cure effects and its consequential impact on the petroleum prices. We had to start looking into these things. And we flagged it. That was during WAMPA's time, together with other treasurers of the bank, about these leakages. So centralizing the procurement and accounting of our gold, I think, is a masterstroke, which should be commended. There's no problem with that. Now on the 8 billion, let's just be careful. I maybe need a bit more guidance. And I have to spend time looking at the Gold Board Act. But what I know practically happens is that Gold Board is effectively a buying agent for the core principal today, which is now become Bank of Ghana. So the 8 billion is not revenue necessarily accruing to Gold Board, but I think maybe they have to look at how that is handled and make sure it really reflects the Gold Board Act itself. So either way, there's some 8 billion that is coming to this country, whether it's sitting on Gold Board's books or it comes to the Bank of Ghana's books. Either way, it's come to the market. And again, it's also not necessarily profit. We should also get that clear because people talk about it and people think that it's some free money that has come from the sky and then we should just go and spend that 8 billion. Let's use the Gold Board money to do this. I hear that come and I laugh. Please, the gold is bought and paid for. If there's any margin to be made, it will only be the difference between the buy and the sell. And as we know, it is very small.
Is gross. 8 billion is gross.
It's a gross. It's a gross revenue. I'm going to have to wait for Gold Board to publish his books. Then you see whether they are making profits or not. So Gold Board's real income can only be the spread or the services that it renders, like assaying and all that. So let's just be careful. There's no special big money sitting with somewhere that just
8 billion has been generated in foreign exchange.
Yeah, so it becomes something that sits now on our forex side. We already were always getting gold, I mean, from artisanal mining and small-scale mining and contributing to our FX. This is about the biggest we have ever seen in this country's lifetime from that particular subsector. And the reason is simple. For the first time, government has centralized the acquisition and the trading of that set of gold and minimize the room for smuggling. So I commend Sammy Gyamfi and his team for the work they've done. Now, relative to the environment, there are two different conversations. You know my voice on Galamsey. Let's not mix the two. The gold, whatever how you process it, belongs to this state. Until the time that you can get to a point where you can properly define it, and that's why the track and trace conversation is important. All right? You must start with the business of making sure at least we get all the forex receipts from the gold production. Otherwise, in Ludo terms, what we call 2-6 and loss is what will be hitting us. The people destroy our environment and then they smuggle our gold in addition. And we don't get benefit of it either way because the gold, most of the forex receipts will now sit in Dubai, UAE, in the DMCCs and all that. What happens to us? We lose twice. The Gold Board situation ensures that even if that should happen, we don't lose twice. At least we can get a part of it to help protect our economy. That is one step. When you centralize the trade, the question is, how do you track your trade? And how then do you use your ability, centralizing the trade, managing defining clearly the supply chain, into trying to make that supply chain responsible? That's the key question we should be asking. So I was very happy when I heard Sammy Gyamfi speak about the track and trace thing, which I hope they should go to. They claim they'll do sometime next year. I don't know if they're going to do it in Q1 or Q2. I think he suggested Q1. I think that may be a bit ambitious, but if he's able to do it, then that'll be great. Now you're able to track and trace. The next thing is, who are you buying from? How can you use your influence as the sole buyer to start controlling the conduct of the people down the chain? That is the influence I want to see Gold Board deliver. So I was happy when they made donations to NIMOS, which our coalition is a part of, the Ghana Coalition Against Galamsey. We have some kind of seat in there, you know, and we are seeing some kind of progress. I'm not necessarily happy. I don't think that we are where we want to be, and we have to debate that in this meeting. But we need to separate the conversation of the trade and optimizing Ghana's trade of gold from the conversation around ensuring responsible mining and holding people
what will you,
accountable.
The volumes, as in the metal itself, what will you attribute that to? People think that the Galamsey business appears to be booming, and that is increasing the collection.
Gold production is booming. The cost or the price of gold is also booming.
Yes.
So production,
the
metal itself is being produced. One thing you should realize is that whether there's a gold board or there's no gold board,
Galamsey will happen.
Galamsey would always happen till you deal with Galamsey itself. Gold board cannot be the reason why, because there's always a buyer for gold. All we have just done now is to make sure that the state itself is a buyer and can actually get the benefit of it. Other than that, take out gold board, it will be another person next.
Yes.
It could be Salom and Co.
Yeah, so
it could be some Indian man, some Chinese. It will be. It's not that it could be. It will be
yes.
An Indian man and some Chinese man somewhere, and there's some Italian mafia that we now know who will be the ones paying for the gold, and the gold is gone.
So
the trade side is out. Let's not bring gold board into that. Let's deal.